But the fact is we do not have democracy in foreign policy. That's a very important thing to acknowledge, because we're always talking about bringing democracy everywhere else. We do not have democracy in this country when it comes to foreign policy. We learn in school we have 3 branches of government, and we have checks and balances, and the legislator will check the, executive, and the Supreme Court will see if things are constitutional or not. That doesn't work in foreign policy. The president decides on war, and Congress goes along like a bunch of sheep. Really, that's what they did in the Mexican War. That's what they did in the Spanish-American War. That's what they did in World War I. That's what they did in the Vietnam War. The Gulf of Tonkin resolution. Did members of Congress know where the Gulf of Tonkin was when they voted for the Gulf of Tonkin resolution? Did they know what happened in the Gulf of Tonkin? Turned out to be a mess of lies. But they immediately voted to give Lyndon Johnson the authority to launch what then became a very long war in Vietnam. There's no democracy in matters of foreign policy. And no checks and balances. No hope that Congress will stop and say, hey, let's look into this. Let's see if this is true. And no. And no hope for the Supreme Court deciding that a war is unconstitutional. And we have not fought a constitutional war since the end of World War II. The Constitution requires that Congress declare war. Congress has not declared war in any war that we have fought, of the many since World War II. Well, you learn in school, if something is unconstitutional, it's the job of the Supreme Court to say so and do something about it. No. After all, who are the Supreme Court? Just because they wear black robes doesn't give them any special moral standing. They are political appointees, and they do the bidding of the people who appointed them.